Welcome back to our little city, or it's a town still, and we're at the level called Boom Town. Let's take a look at this. We reached a population of 2,400, and that unlocked some new things, like a bigger area that we'll take a look at in a minute, and some transport. Now the transport is going to be important, and we'll also look at that. At first, all we'll get is ability to build bus lines, but that's a good thing to help the citizens get around. And then a specialization appeared for ore industry and a recycling policy and things like that. So also with unique buildings, there are some statues and things that are available. Some of them cost too much money to worry about right now, but we'll take a look at those things. So back to the city, the first thing I noticed when I opened it up here is that we have some electrical complaints. So let's see what's going on with that. Click on the electric icon and look up here, and you see that we're just barely got enough. We're consuming, actually we're producing only 55 megawatts and we're consuming 58, so we don't really have enough. We need to do something about that. So I think the easiest and most economical option here is the coal power plant, even though it's a heavy polluter. You can see it says pollution 50 and noise pollution 50. For now, it's probably the best option that we have, bang for the buck. So we'll go ahead and select the coal power plant, and let's just put it up here next to this other power plant, and it'll spread its pollution around. If I want to see what's been happening with pollution, I can go here to the info views and click on the little pollution view, and you can see how the whole industrial area is very polluted. So it's a good thing to keep your high pollution areas away from the residential as much as possible, and then your residents don't get sick. Okay, now you see the electrical icon is still going, saying that there's not enough electricity. But if we run the simulation for a second, that should all disappear. I'll speed it up just so you can see how it does it quickly. Okay, back to the first single level speed, and we can watch the traffic here for a minute. Now I created this roundabout in the last session, and I wouldn't normally make a change at this point because if I look at the traffic, it's still doing pretty well. It's a little bit pink right in here, which means it's starting to congest a little bit. But it's not bad, and I wouldn't normally make a change right now, but just for purposes of this demonstration. I also noticed another thing is that when this traffic comes into the city, it goes right into a residential zone, and it would have been better to run it into a commercial zone, and a lot of this traffic will go up this way and over, but this would have been nicer if it were up in here. Also, with this level, this milestone level that we've reached, if you look at the roundabout area here, or the intersections, we have now a large roundabout available. And if I look at that, you can see that it's bigger. It has a 4-lane road on each side. So I think what I want to do is change this so that the traffic enters up here at the business zone, and then has 4-lane roads going into it. So it will be good for quite a ways into the game, probably for the rest of the game. So let's go ahead and delete some of this. Get this roundabout out of here. Even this connection. Now these buildings are going to not, oops, that's by the way, if you try to demolish a building that's an important building that you have placed, this one happens to be a police station, it will warn you so you don't blow it away by accident. So I'm just going to, actually I'll leave it where it is for now and see if it's in the way. Alright, so I'm going to take these roads out, and now I want to go ahead and select the large roundabout and see if I can get it to connect up here. Now this road up here is still in the way, although it will go if I click right out here. I want to try to center that on that business road. Okay, so it built the large roundabout now. Now I have to connect it up. So let's go back to our road icon. I want a two-lane road, two ways, two lanes. And then this needs to connect way over here to our freeway. So probably want to blow this away here. And let's use a 4-lane road, or let's make it a highway ramp, which carries quite a bit of traffic nicely. And it'll be one way by default. So we're going to run this over and connect in here in kind of a smooth way as we can. And we'll run this way. I want to make a little bit of an arc here. That helps to let that traffic flow nicely into our roundabout off of the interstate. Let's run the simulation for a second. You see traffic is already using it, and they're moving pretty fast up there. We're at the single speed level right now, and traffic is moving in a nice pace. Okay, so now I'm pausing again. We want to get this connected to our industrial zone again. This wind turbine keeps getting in the way, so let's just move it somewhere out of the way. We don't really need to keep it, but I will for a little while longer. Eventually I'll probably just blow it away. I'll put it up here next to the other one. It's a good windy area because it's in this dark blue, greenish blue, and it'll produce 8 megawatts roughly per week. Alright, so we moved that. It's out of the way now. Now let's connect this 4-lane road up to our industrial zone, and it'll turn out to be the main entrance into the industry. So let's keep it as a 4-lane road since they're available now. A simple 4-lane road, and I'm going to keep the arc setting here, freeform road, and turn this over here and over here, and then go straight into connect into this industrial zone. Now I know this looks a little sloppy as far as the grid layout and everything, and if I'd planned for these things as early as possible, it would be a neater grid, but you know, it really doesn't matter at this point. It's just the point of this tutorial is to help you just understand how to build things and the logic behind where you put things and that sort of thing. So we will proceed here. This line and this road here is a little bit quirky, so I don't think we want it right there. So I'm going to have to blow away some of these buildings. They'll disappear on their own when there's no road there. But let's go ahead and connect it over here to this dirt road. And I think I'll just arc it. Okay. Now this road, then we'll proceed on out. This is a commercial zone. So let's take this road on across, and first we'll upgrade the gravel to pavement. And then we need to watching our budget. We're getting down to $6,000, so we're not going to be able to do too much more until I run this simulation. In fact, I'm going to let it run for just a little bit now. We're on a good positive net or weekly income, and see it's going to go up pretty quick. If I speed up the simulation, you can watch the money building up here. Bank balance 2,600, 2,000. Excuse me. Bank balance now is 7,000. All right, so let's go ahead now and finish this 2-lane road. Go all the way across. You see how the zone is. The grid here is nice and tight, and that's good for commercial. And another thing that has happened is our areas have expanded now to where we have all these available. And you see there's more than 9 here. Now the default game without any mods will only allow you up to 9 squares or tiles, but because I installed a mod for 25 tiles, it's showing all these extra things. So I talked about that mod and the others that I've installed in the first tutorial in this series, and you can go back there if you want to learn more about that. So at this point I want to buy another area as long as I have enough money. I have 16,000 right now in the bank. I may have to wait a little bit. Let's see how much these cost. Let's first think about where it makes most sense to expand. So I currently have these 2 tiles. I could go here or here. This would attach to an interesting freeway interchange. This would attach to more of the rivers, and both of them look kind of interesting. So let's see how much this one costs. 7,000, and this one costs 6,300. Some of the features, there's no very little farming resource. We haven't talked about that yet, but this one has more farming, which just means more green space really, and outside connections and water. This probably is a more valuable, but this one is cost a little less, so we'll come back and get that one later. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this tile at this point. Now my city looks like this, so let's go back in. Okay, now we're starting to get these little symbols here that look nasty. I mean, it says a dead person's waiting for transport. And the reason they're waiting is because there's no place to take them. So we need to put in a cemetery, which is in the health care area. I like to use crematoriums because they'll run continuously without any maintenance. A cemetery will eventually fill up, and then once it does, you have to empty it out. And it has to have some place to put the, the remains that it's emptying out. So anyway, until it becomes available, until the crematorium becomes available, I will use cemeteries. So let's put a cemetery somewhere. I want to keep it near the residential zone. That's where most of the dead bodies end up. So we'll go ahead and put it there. Everybody's happy. Alright, we'll run the simulation some more. We're now at a population of 3,400. Remember, our goal for the next level is about 4,600, so it's growing, and demand is nice and even. That's a good thing when you have all the way across even. Looks like we have a little bit of demand for industry. It says or offices. Offices aren't available yet, but we will maybe add a little more industry zoning up here. How about in this area? Whoops, wrong industry. Let's put a little here first, and maybe out here towards the freeway. And we'll leave it at that for now. Now, I think we now have available, yes we do, we can make an on-ramp rather than this road connection here. So let's pause the simulation again. This is a slow way to enter a freeway, so I'm going to blow this all away for now. And then let's make an on-ramp. Okay, so select the highway ramp, and click. When you first click on the interstate, it will run it one way in this direction. It could connect it out here. It's a little bit more economical in space to connect it up at the bridge level, if it will. It says space already occupied, so I probably have to blow away a little bit of road here. Let's just do that. There we go. Okay, and then again, you see how the direction is, in one way is arrows are working in the right direction because I started here, went there, started here, went there, and then that makes the one-way correct. If you get it wrong, all you have to do is right-click to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and blow away this road, this road, this road, this road for now, and make a entrance ramp here, exit ramp I mean, and an entrance ramp here. Right click, click again, there it goes. So now we have this freeway entrance and exit. Run the simulation and watch them use it. Let's watch this truck. It's a box truck, and we'll take a little video of him using our ramp. Ooh, like a roller coaster there. Okay, now he's connecting to the dirt. So I think we need to upgrade this dirt because it makes a mess, all that dust. So go back, select the 2-lane road and the upgrade tool, and let's upgrade that. Not enough money, so we need to run the simulation. I burned up a lot of cash there. So let's let it run again. You can see we have a dead body up here, so because we're quite a ways from that cemetery, it's going to take a while for that to, this person, poor guy, died at work apparently. Let's click on that. Oh, it picked him up already, just as I was talking about it. So, the city's growing, we're at 3,500. Little demand increasing now for more residential. It's an insatiable thing, the residential demand. So let's zone this for residential up here. It's got a cool little rock in here that I'd hate to lose. Let's see what happens if we build around it. Yeah. We'll keep that rock. I'm going to add some more road up here. I'll stick with the gravel out here in the residential area for a while longer. So for now, let's go back to our running our city. Hit the space bar, let things run, hit escape so we get a better view. I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind lately. Why is this game so darn addictive? I mean, why do we enjoy it so much? It's a really cool game because we get to create these big cities and then watch them get populated and watch the citizens enjoy it. You know, I believe creativity is God's gift to us, and using that creativity is sort of a gift back to God. This is a form of art, by the way. Because, you know, not everybody is good with a paintbrush, but a lot of people are good with a mouse and a computer and an ability to build things with that. A famous author named Francis Schaeffer once said, "Art is a reflection of God's creativity and evidence that we are made in the image of God." And I believe that's true. We are made in God's image, and He gives us this creative talent. So enjoy the game, enjoy making these things, and recognize that all good things come down from the Father of lights. We'll pause and see how happy our citizens are. Residential happiness is 56%, so that needs to go up, and it will as we do things to upgrade their community, like building parks and things. And why don't we go ahead and do that right now while I have it paused. This is a residential zone. Let's grab the park tool. They love these things like dog parks. We'll put one there. Okay, so we're running at single speed. We're starting to get some trash issues which we need to deal with, and also we want to take a look at things like education, which is getting into the yellow, so we probably need to add a school soon. Let's look at the fire department. I didn't mention this before, but the red buildings mean that there's not good fire department coverage, so let's grab a fire department and put it over here at a good location for, oh, I don't have enough money at this point. It requires 12,000. I've got only 6,300, so I have to wait just a little bit. As I said, they're also crying about trash, so garbage has piled up. We don't have a landfill site yet, and so we do need to pay attention to that. The garbage icon here, landfill costs $4,000, so we do have enough money for that. Let's decide where to put it. It's a polluter, so let's put it up here near the industrial zone. But we'll go ahead and put it in here, and then eventually we'll be upgrading this gravel road anyway. So now we have a landfill site. We're back down to 4,000 in our bank balance, and eventually a garbage truck will make it all the way to that little gravel road. Let's increase the quality of these roads up in here now. Besides the dust factor, they can travel faster on pavement, which makes perfect sense. Better stop spending money for a minute since I'm down to under $500, and I don't want to borrow money if I can help it. Speaking of borrowing money, I did borrow money earlier in these tutorials, so let's look at the status of that. This is the economy button, and then here you can see your loans. There's budget, taxes, and loans, and in the loans area you can see that I have still owed $2,000 to this bank. It's paying at 5% interest, which is costing me $400 per week. I might want to just go ahead and pay that off. I can click the Pay Now button. Let's do that. Okay, so now we're out of debt, which is a good thing always, and our city's still going good. We have a little bit of demand for residential. I used to play SimCity quite a bit, and it always costs you when you zone. This game doesn't cost anything to make zones, so kind of nice. I'm going to zone some more residential. I think I will unzone this little area. Okay, I didn't show this yet, so that this is an unzone tool over here. I can unzone. I can select a little tiny, what do you call it, large brush or a small brush. Select the small brush and unzone this. The reason I'm doing that is I think I want to put a pathway in here eventually. So I don't want to have to blow away a house to do that, so I'm just going to unzone it for now. City's progressing. I will speed up simulation and see how it goes. We're now at 4,023. Our money is building up. No serious issues that I see at the moment. A little bit of water issue out here. Let's pause this and fix that. I didn't put plumbing out here, so there we go. Rerun the simulation. How's our water? We have sewage treatment is going to be an issue soon, so I'm going to pause again. I have enough money now to put another sewage, deal with the sewage again. So this is a, this is a water drain pipe. This is an Echo water outlet, which is available now because I have a mod called Green Cities. This becomes available. This costs $4,000. This one costs $2,500. But this does not pollute as much, so it's kind of a nice thing. And eventually I use these Echo water treatment plants. Have to have a population of 32,000 there, and they cost $25,000 each, but they're really nice because they don't put any pollution, almost zero, into the river. This one is cleaner than this one. This one just dumps raw sewage, which is terrible. So I'm going to do the Echo Water Outlet. And see all that brown? That's the sewage. So this will not put out nearly as much messy stuff. So I'm going to connect that pipe, run the simulation. If I had enough money, I'd blow away this one. In fact, I do. I'm going to go ahead and blow away this plant, or this that structure that's putting all that raw sewage, and I'm going to put a cleaner one in. So it's here, Echo Water Treatment. And I think I connected the pipe directly. Let's see. Run the simulation, see if it turns blue. Or green, excuse me. Okay, so yes. Now, if I watch that for a second, that water is going to start to get a little cleaner. You can see that what's coming out into the river. Not as brown as what was coming out. I know that's kind of gross, but that's fact of life. So eventually in this game, I like to start replacing all the industry with offices. And we'll get to that eventually. Oh, we have a water issue. Pause. Okay, it's not because of lack of pipe, it's because of lack of water availability. So now we need a new pumping station. Oh, we have an electrical problem. That's what's causing it. So go back, check the electrical, and our availability of electrical is low. So now we need another electric a generator. So we don't have enough money for a coal power plant, but we do, I think, have enough for one of these advanced wind turbines. We cost $12,000. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of those in, and we'll put it in a high wind area. You have to find a darker area. See, it says estimated production 20 megawatts. If I put it right here, it's only 13 megawatts. So I want to put it out where there's higher wind and then connect it into the city. So it might connect on its own if I just put it right there. Yes, you see how the blue filled in? That means I don't need to put a power line. Okay, let's let it run. Correcting the low power situation now. Alright, now they're happier. These should go away now, I hope. Let's see what it looks like. No, it's having a sewage issue, because all of a sudden we don't have enough sewage treatment. So let's go back. I know why that happened. These are nice in that they don't pollute as much, but they also don't have as much capacity. See, it says 60,000 drained per week. This one that pollutes like crazy is 120,000. So all I've done is replaced the same capacity that the single one had before. So if I have enough money, yes I do, I want to put one more of these in and connect it. Let's see what that did to our budget. Now we've got $3,300 in the bank. Don't have enough money for another one, but it should fix the capacity issue. Yes, it did. See, sewage treatment's up in the green. So now we are at a population of 4531. That means we're soon to reach a new milestone, and our demand for residential has gone up again. I'm going to put some more residential. Okay, here we are, busy town. So we've made it from the previous level, which was Boomtown at 2,400 roughly population, to busy town, 4,600, and we have new opportunities now. This is a cool road that I use a lot in these games. It's a 2-lane road with decorative trees. It lowers the noise pollution, and in a lot of areas it's a great little road to be using. And then I'll use 4-lane roads to help the traffic situation, but I do like to add trees to the roads. So we'll get there in the next tutorial. So stay tuned for tutorial number 6.